Welcome into Sports Saturday. I'm Jen Chapman, joined by Scott Braswell as our BJ Milliken has the weekend off. A special Valentine's Day for that guy. We'll tell you more at the end of the show.
But first, we are talking college hoops. There's only a few weeks remain before March Madness sets in. I'm ready to start filling up my bracket. I know you are too. But first stop tonight, Coleman Coliseum. Let's take you out there. Trevor Relford in the house, taking a look at his old team. And Levi Randolph passes to Retin Obasahan, who sinks the three, and Bama takes a 31-28 lead. But here comes Vanderbilt. Jeff Roberson gets it to Damian Jones. This guy's so tough to stop in the paint. He's got two. Vandy takes the lead 36-35. This one would go back and forth. Bama now. Randolph to Justin Coleman, the freshman. C the three, B the three. Bama back on top, 44-40.
And you said back and forth, so now we go back to Vandy. Luke Cornett goes inside to Jones, and he gets two. Vandy now led by one at that point, but not for long. Obasahan would get it over to Randolph, and he's got the three-pointer. Bama goes back on top, 63-61, but then Vandy would pull away. They get it to Riley LaChance for the jumper. Vanderbilt goes on to win a final of 76-68. WVUA Sports Director Gary Harris has more from Coleman.
In what's becoming a season of woulda, couldas, and shouldas, Alabama had another opportunity on Saturday night to pick up a big home SEC victory against the Vanderbilt Commodores. The Tide led 63-61 late, but Vanderbilt finished the game on a 15-5 run to win it 76-68. With only 6 games left in the conference season, Alabama is running out of opportunities.
You know, it's February. You know, so right now, you know, we've got 6 games that remain, a third of the conference season to play. This is a tough loss. I'm hoping that they are realizing, you know, the opportunity that was wasted today. Sometimes with young guys, you get in that mode where you just think it's just enough. I got another game tomorrow. I got another game in a couple of days, and everything will be okay. Just the urgency that you got to have. For some reason, you know, I'll look at the film. I didn't feel like we had that urgency that we needed to have to be able to win a game like that today.
You know, I was asked the question a lot after Wednesday night and until today even. How are your guys going to bounce back? How will they be able to bounce back from that, you know, that tough loss on Wednesday to Tennessee? And there's just an expectation that you have to bounce back. You have to come back and play the next game, and you have to play it well. And fortunately, we did. I thought we had some tired guys. I looked out there and I thought our guys looked really tired. But they fought through and showed a lot of toughness to me and fought through and beat a good Alabama team.
With the loss, Alabama falls to 15-10 overall, 5-7 in the Southeastern Conference. And as I mentioned earlier, they're running out of conference games. Only 6 remaining, beginning on Tuesday night when Alabama travels to arch rival Auburn to take on the Tigers. Alabama beat Auburn earlier this season here at Coleman Coliseum. Reporting from Coleman Coliseum, I'm Gary Harris, WVUA Sports.
And so with that, Vanderbilt picks up their 4th SEC win on the year. Alabama only with 5. Levi Randolph led the Tide with 15 points. Damian Jones with 20 for the Commodores. To number 1 Kentucky, facing South Carolina today. John Calipari nominated for the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and this is why. Andrew Harrison to Willie Cauley-Stein for the dunk. The Cats make it look easy. Already up 22, the Wildcats showing off their outside game, and that's Devin Booker who drains the tray. Kentucky takes a 25-point lead into halftime, looking like Kentucky. Didn't we already show this highlight? No, they just did it again. Willie Cauley-Stein slamming it down, and he led the team with 14 points, 7 rebounds, as Kentucky is a perfect 25-0 with a 34 victory over the Gamecocks.
And the Tennessee Vols hosting the LSU Tigers. The Vols, they need to win bad, but first half, great ball movement by the Tigers. Jordan Mickey gets his own miss and puts it back up and lays it in for 2. He would finish with a double-double, 20 points, 11 rebounds. But second half, the Vols came out with some fight. Robert Hubbs with the 3 from the wing. UT goes on an 11-0 run to start the second half. But LSU just had to spoil Valentine's Day for Tennessee, as Tim Quarterman would drain the 3 in the closing moments, and LSU goes on to win 73-55.
Here's a few other SEC scores. Mississippi State tops Missouri by 3. Florida falls by 2 to Texas A&M. And Arkansas coming up big, under 30 seconds left in the game, and they score to win 71-70.
Let's change gears and go to the ACC, more specifically the Virginia Cavaliers. The Cavs took the league by surprise this season when they won their first 19 games. Hard to do. Since then, they've had some close calls. 4 of their last 5 games have been decided by an average of 4 points. With that said, let's take you to Charlottesville, VA. Second half, Virginia up 5, Cavs, Anthony Gill. Hop, skip, and a slam dunk inside the paint. Get out of that man's way. But Wake Forest wouldn't go down without a fight. Konstantinos Middleglou, say that 10 times fast. He's going to knock down a 3 here to bring Wake Forest to within 1. 6 3-pointers in the game for Middleglou. Unbelievable night for him. Closing seconds of the Deeks, still down 1. Cody Miller-McIntyre trying to find a shot, but he loses the ball, and Virginia survives 61-60 Wahoos, now 23-1 on the season.
Let's head over to Duke and Syracuse, drawing in over 35,000 fans today, and the teams didn't disappoint. Syracuse dominating early. That's Michael Binchy with the transfer from Duke, who makes his old team pay. He had 5 3-pointers in the first half. He finished with 27 points. Fourth-ranked Duke can't be held down for long. Off the steal, Quinn Cook behind the back to Jahlil Okafor for the dunk. And then later, Cook on the move. His shot goes. Duke trailed by as much as 11 in the first half, but turns it on in the second half to win 80-72. Duke moves to 22-3 on the year.
All right, Rick Pitino in Louisville hosting NC State. Second half tie game, Montrezl Harrell. Gosh, this guy's so tough to stop down low. Does the post up, gets the baby hook to go for 2, but the Wolfpack would respond. Anthony Barber dumps it off to BJ Anya for the B-Jam inside the paint. 6'9", 300 pounds. You don't want to get in that guy's way. No, sir.
No, thank you.
5 minutes to go, and it's for Bama star Trevor Lacey with the dry and tough finish inside the paint. Lacey would finish with 14 points, and NC State pulls off the upset 74-65. Second win against a top 10 team this season for Mark Gottfried's Wolfpack Club.
Well, don't go anywhere. We've still got our play of the day, and oh, it is so fitting for today.
It's a pun. I'll go and give it away, so to speak. But plus, more basketball, baseball, gymnastics, golf, you name it, we have it. Just stay with us. Where play of the day takes us up north, Michigan State and Ohio State. Game on the line. Who do you go to on Valentine's Day? Denzel Valentine swishes the 3 with 1.9 seconds to go and gives the Spartans the win and upset over the top-ranked Buckeyes.
It is just perfect. A perfect finish for him.
It really is. And I'll tell you what, I guarantee that guy's getting some love today. Because, again, Michigan State's had an up-and-down season. That's definitely going to cheer them up a little bit there.
Well, the Stillman men's basketball team undefeated at home so far this season, coming into today's game against Tuskegee.
But their last win at home, the Tigers scored over 100 points, 101 to be exact, the same amount of points they scored to start the season. Let's take you there. So today on Senior Day, the Tigers trying to protect their home court advantage. And Stillman's Omar Simpkins passes over to Maurice Crenshaw, and he sinks a 3. But Tuskegee was there to play. Kevin May goes to the corner and finds Camden Foster, and he finds a 3. But later in the game, Tuskegee trying to spoil senior night. Kevin May in trouble. He gets it over to Vladimir Tilmy in the corner, who drains the 3 himself, and Tuskegee goes on for the close win, 68-62.
Over to the women's game, also Senior Day for the ladies. Stillman's Shania Battle passes to Cheyenne Turner for the layup, and Stillman would be trying to get the win for the seniors with that bucket there. Later, Tuskegee's Shakiria Nelson passes down the court to Rachel Brownlee. She gets the bucket for 2, but Stillman would keep on fighting. Samantha Thomas, she's going to shoot for 2 and miss, but teammate Arnesia Washington is there to clean it up. Tigers go on to win 76-66. Well, the Bama women's basketball team has shown their youth all season long with consistent shooting woes in the first half and then closing in on their opponent in the second half, but continually coming up short.
Kind of like the guys' team in a way, if you think about it. But that wasn't the case against Missouri. After a 4-game losing skid, the Tide proved Thursday night that they are learning from their past mistakes. With 12 seconds left in the game, tied down 64-62, Corral Middlebrook takes a drive in the paint, can't get it to go, but Sharon Rivers with the 3 gives Bama the lead by 1, and Alabama would go on to win 67-64. Coach Christy Curry saying after the game that it's the out-of-practice work that is making the difference for the Tide.
You know, I walked by the door this morning about 10 o'clock, and there's 4 kids in there getting shots up. And it just shows you that they care, and these 2 kind of lead the way. We're having great senior leadership from Shay and then great point guard leadership from Coralla, and it's just contagious. You know, I know our other shooters maybe that hadn't knocked one down here lately, we just want them to have their hands and feet ready if they're open. look to shoot. So just trying to give them confidence, our staff, because we spend so much time on it. You knock them down in practice, we've got to be able to be mature and carry it over to games.
So the Tide women now at an even 500 on the season at 13-13. The Alabama men's baseball team opened their season up yesterday with a 6-0 home win over Maryland Eastern Shore. The guys saying they have 56 road games this year as they play at the Hoover Met. Coach Mitch Gaspard thinking playing at the Met will bring the team closer with all the extra travel time together. Will Carter got his first career start with the Tide. The junior college transfer threw 6 strikeouts in 7 innings, only allowing 2 hits. And we profiled this duo earlier this year, Mikey White and Kyle Overstreet turning the double play. That's one way to keep the shutout alive. The offense got things going too. Bases loaded in the 4th, and batters were hit by pitch twice to bring in runs. The Tide pouring in 11 runs off 14 hits while giving up no runs. So 2 shutout wins to start the season for the Tide. They close out the 3-game series tomorrow. The first pitch will be at 1:05 p.m. So we see it right there, and they will play tomorrow. We move on to Alabama softball, who lost for the first time this season after beating Cal Poly by 1 in extra innings. The Tide fell to Stanford 4-1 after beating the Cardinals yesterday 15-6. The Tide now 10-1 this season and have UAB on Tuesday. The loss to Arkansas appears long behind the Alabama gymnastics team. We'll have that when we return.
Welcome back to Sports Saturday. Under first-year head coach Dana Duckworth, the Tide try not only protect the legacy set before them, but also continue it. Last night, amidst a sea of pink, Alabama honored its legendary coaches Sarah and David Patterson, who won 6 national titles over 35 years. The night also dedicated to breast cancer survivors. Alabama hit the ground running in this contest, scoring a 49.450 on the vault en route to a 197.800 to 195.450 victory over Boise State. After the meet, Lauren Beers spoke to us about competing in front of so many honored guests.
I know for a fact none of us went out there and competed for ourselves tonight, and we all chose someone and did our best for them. And I think just having Sarah and David's ceremony and all the alumni back just made the night even more special. But it didn't really distract us. If anything, it really motivated us, and it was just an awesome night.
Well, we'll let you go. We do have some news to share about one of our colleagues, BJ Milliken. I'll let you have the floor. That's
right. As we said earlier, BJ is out tonight because he got a very special Valentine's Day gift. Yesterday, his wife Becky gave birth to their 3rd daughter. Catherine Lucille Milliken was born at 2:17 p.m., weighing 7 pounds, 9 ounces. Mom and baby are doing great, and big sisters Caroline and Natalie are very excited. A special happy Valentine's Day to BJ. We will see you all here tomorrow night for Sports Sunday.